Let's Go Sunshine is the new album from the Kooks. Comes out August 31st. We are joined by Luke from
Hello.
the band.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to San Francisco.
It's great to be here.
You are
Sun is
fresh
out.
off of some gigs, and we were chatting about the royal wedding.
Yeah, that's been a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's quite heartwarming, I was saying, and I mean, my invite got lost in the post, and I was a bit gutted, but it was fun.
Do you cry at weddings? Are you an
Do I
emotional
cry?
guy like that?
Yeah, I'm quite emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never actually cried at a wedding. I don't think. No. Still time.
I was about to say, perhaps at your very own, right? Because I don't know if you watched, but there were clips of Harry shedding a tear as they were
bless him.
doing their vows and all these other things.
I just think it's just so nuts, the pressure that must have been on them, genuinely. I mean, like I don't know, but he seems like a pretty normal guy underneath it all, and for anyone to have that amount of pressure on your wedding, he did well. I think they both did really well. I mean, 1 billion people watching your wedding.
That's a lot of people, right? And then they're playing clips over and over and all those things, right?
Good evening, San Francisco.
It's been a while since you guys have been here in San Francisco and just out in the public eye. You have some new material, like I said, coming out in August. What's been the personal side of things before we talk about the music? Have you picked up any skills?
Skills?
Gone skydiving?
I have done skydiving
languages?
a couple of times actually. Languages, that would be a good one. I can't say that I have. I mean, I had about 2 months off. And mainly I was just spent just with my girlfriend, just like locking the doors and just not wanting to see anyone, because it had been a pretty intense kind of like 18 months really, because we did a best of tour all over the world, so it was like a nice thing to just be at home, Marmite on toast, cup of tea, really chilled.
Right. You just talked about the best of, which was an anniversary of sorts, because the band had been around for a good 10 years around that point, right? And
totally.
And the tour was just so well received, and a lot of people probably shedding tears at
Well, I mean, I think we've been around that amount of time now that people represent some of our songs, like remind them of a time in their life, and that's cool. It's quite a nice feeling, especially in our our hometowns and stuff. You feel that it's come back. Yeah, like the first album stuff really means something to people. So it was great, and it was a nice moment for us to just not have to have the pressure of doing an album. We took a lot more time on Let's Go Sunshine, which was a good creative process for us. I think we really, we just wanted to figure it out a bit, like what we are as a band and what we really want to say and what we want to do. And I think it's really important not to rush creativity, and I think that doing the best of tour, like I say, it sort of allowed us to have a breather to be able to do that. Yeah.
So the new record we're really eager to hear, and so we have a couple of songs, right?
Yeah.
No pressure.
We haven't even given you the best ones.
Well, that's good,
well,
right?
I don't know.
You got to save.
Everyone will have their different things, but yeah.
Sure. No Pressure is out. I really dig that one.
Thanks, man.
I've heard also about the one-track Honeybee, which is very touching, and we joked around being an emotional person and such, but obviously a very deep connection, because your sister dug up some vocals from your dad.
Exactly, yeah.
And you did the Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole thing, where you digitally spliced your vocals together. So the song, was that his song? Was it your song and you just fit his lyrics in? What was
it was his song, and I did do some writing. Like I slightly changed the chorus, but I based it on his version. So we had a recording that came through, which was very dodgy. It was like a 4-track, recorded in the 70s, and so we managed to isolate his vocal, but essentially it's his song that I slightly tweaked, you know what I mean? But it was a really beautiful experience. I felt like there was no sadness. It was like just a really fun thing that we live in an age with technology where you can do that, and I think our voices sounded really cool together, and it's great. I hope people dig it. I think it's a really special sort of very special moment for me, definitely.
Right. What's it like having to listen to his songs as you become older, as a musician and a songwriter yourself?
It's, well, you know, it was, in a way, when I was a kid, it was because he wasn't around, but I would look up to being able to write like him, to be able to play like him. So now it's interesting. Now I've gone through so much and like have put out a bunch of records to go back, and I don't know. It's just, you know, I do wish. Of course, it would be great to have a chat and just like see what he thought of my songs. But you know, I never get it. But like, yeah, it's just it's another way of keeping him around in my life. You know, I think that's what my mum always tried to do with my dad being not being around, but he was always talked about and he was always in the room. And I think that's a really healthy thing when someone's passed away, is to keep, you know, and music does that. Music is a beautiful thing for keeping someone, giving someone eternal life in a way. You know?
Right. What else can we look forward to on this new record? So is it a hybrid of the new sound, so to speak, from Listen with traditional Kooks, or?
It's like it's kind of like a very well-rounded record, I'd say. You know, I think it does have elements from our records, but I think it's what we are in essence. So like it will remind people of our probably our first album, because it's like it's the DNA of like a beat band, and it's very like British pop, like Brit in the lineage of, like, you know, like we feel kind of like on this album we were trying to be like custodians of that, like, you know, from Oasis down to the Beatles, the Kinks, you know, that we were, I guess that's where we were trying to get to with this record, was make a record of that quality. We're aiming for heights, you know. We want to make timeless music. That I want music that people are going to play at their weddings in like 50 years' time. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm searching for, like undeniable timeless music. That's the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we look forward to the
album.
album.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks for listening, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It is Luke from The Kooks. Let's go, Sunshine. Their new album coming out August 31st. You're watching B-Sides on Air.